Hi kids, welcome back to another English language lesson with me, your English language teacher, Miss Miloshina Rawandran. How are you all feeling today, kids? I hope and pray that all of you are doing fine, even during these tiring times. Now, now kids, are you all ready to learn something new and interesting today? I hope you are. So, if you are, what are we waiting for? Let's get our books and move to our lesson for today. Okay, kids, before we move to our lesson for today, let's see what are the things that you need for the lesson today. You need four important things. The first thing that you need is, of course, your Get Smart Plus 3 student's book, 5 pieces of paper, your color pencil, and finally your pencil case. So kids, what are you waiting for? Run along and get these items ready. I am waiting. Go ahead and get all these items ready. Wow, kids, you've got all the items ready. Now let's move on to the lesson. As usual, before we start, we will have to look at what you are going to learn about today. Let's look at the objectives of the lesson for today. By the end of this session, pupils or you will be able to number 1. Name some street food in Malaysia and around the world. Number 2. Read and understand the text about street food. Number 3. State the main idea in the text read by completing mind maps. And the last one, state specific details in the text read by completing mind maps. Alright, now that we have seen the objectives for our lesson today, we shall move on to the lesson. Are you ready, kids? 1, 2, 3. Okay, children, look at this picture very carefully. Does it look familiar? Hmm, it has been a long time since we looked or saw this site, hasn't it? I personally haven't gone to this place for a very, very long time. Okay, guess where was this picture taken from? Any guesses? Yes. Anyone? Very good. It was taken from a local night market in Malaysia. Do you know what's a local night market called? What? Yes, it's called Pasar Malam. The Pasar Malam is known as a night market. Alright, children, what do you call a Pasar Malam again? It is called a night market. Alright, now let's look at what is it that we are going to learn about in the night market. Now, children, when you go to the night market, what are the things that you can buy from there? Name me some things that you often ask your parents to buy from the night market. What are the things that you tell them to get you? Anyone? Tell me, what do you ask them always? I'm sure you like going there and always ask your parents for stuff from the night market, right? What are the things that you ask them to get you? What are the things that you can buy from the night market or the pasar malam? Now let's see some of the things that you can buy from the night market. Let's see, what's the first thing? Yes, what? Yeah, balloons. Wow, I'm sure you like balloons, right? Balloons are one of the things that you can get from the night market. Another thing that you can get from the night market, yeah, anyone? Yes, oh my god, donuts. I love donuts. Donuts are another thing that you can get from the night market. Curry puffs. That's another thing that you can get from the night market too. Anything else? Oh, fried chicken. That's another delicious food that you can get from the night market. A toy train. Yes, very good. Anything else? Meat. Yes, you can get raw meat in the night market too. Slippers, yeah. And anything else, children, before we move on? Oh, vegetables. Yeah, you can get vegetables from the night market too. Well done. These are some of the items that you can get from the night market. Okay, children, based on what we saw earlier, can you guess what we are going to learn about today? Yes, we are going to learn about some street food that we can get in our country and from other countries too. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what is street food. Let's see. What is the first word again? It is street. Well, what's a street? A street is a road. As you can see, this is a street. Okay. What has a street got to do with food? Street, food. Hmm. What's the connection? I wonder. Let's see. Could it be street food? Food? What is that? What is street food? I'm sure you're curious, right? Let's find out what is street food. Well, street food is food that's sold by the street or by the road. There are many types of street food that can be found in our beautiful country, Malaysia. Now, let's look at some Malaysian street food. We have the very famous Appam Balik that you can get at any regular stall in the Pasar Malam. You also have the famous Mama fried noodles, which is another popular Malaysian street food. You have the roti canai, an all-time favorite of all Malaysians. There is no Malaysian that can say no to the famous roti canai, which is another famous Malaysian street food. Then you have the rojak, followed by the ABC or air batu campur, which is a very famous Malaysian street food and happens to be a dessert too. And finally, you have the satay. The satay is a popular Malaysian food that is loved by everyone. There is no Malaysian that can say no to satay. In fact, all Malaysians love to eat, and all of these food are our favorite food. Don't you agree with me, kids? Now I'm hungry. Hmm. Okay, children, now let's look at the famous satay and we are going to read about it. Okay, are you ready? If you are, let's read it together. One, two, three. Satay comes from Malaysia. It's grilled meat on a stick. You can have satay with peanut sauce. It's yummy. Hmm. And as you can see, this is the picture of the satay. Alright, now that we have read the text about the satay, what are we going to do next? I wonder. Let's see together. Okay, children, what we are going to do today is we are going to learn about main idea and specific details. You may be wondering what's a main idea and what is specific details. Well, let's see together. A main idea. All right. A main idea is the main and most important thing in the text. What the text is all about is what you call a main idea. Then what is supporting details? or specific details. Specific details is actually the information given to you about the main idea. It gives you more ideas about the main idea itself, and that is specific details. You're confused, right? Well, now, if you see, your face is the main idea, and the specific details that explain your face are your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, which is in the main idea. So, the specific details actually explain the main idea. Alright? Okay, the main idea is the most important thing, and specific details gives you more information about the main idea. Don't worry, children. If you are still confused, we can actually look at the examples in this text. Are you ready? Remember this text about the food satay? Okay, now let's read it again. Satay comes from Malaysia. It's grilled meat on a stick. You can have satay with peanut sauce. It's yummy. Okay, you're ready now? Now let's explore and check out this text together. Okay, children, now let's see what is the main idea and specific details in this text. As you can see here, this entire text is about the food satay. So the main idea here is very good, it's satay. So we shall take the word satay and write it in this main idea box. Let's see. Ta-da! It has actually been filled. What is the main idea again, kids? It is satay. Now, in this text, there are three specific details that explain the word satay or the food satay. What are they? Let's see. The first one is comes from Malaysia. The next, grilled meat on a stick. And the final one, you can have satay with peanut sauce. Now, what should we do? We should take these three phrases and write them into this box. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Comes from Malaysia. The second specific detail is grilled meat on a stick, and the final one can have satay with peanut sauce. Now, let's see how can we draw a mind map from all these details that we have. Are you ready, children? Take out your paper and your pencils now. Okay, kids, these are the information that we got from our previous exercise. Now, let's draw a mind map together. First, what you should do, draw a shape in the middle of the paper, like this. After that, what should you do? Write the word satay in that shape. Next, draw an arrow coming out from the particular shape, like this. After that, draw another shape. In that shape, you write in the phrase, comes from Malaysia. Next, draw another arrow and another shape. Fill in the phrase, grilled meat on a stick. And finally, draw another arrow and another shape. In that shape, write in the final phrase, can have satay with peanut sauce. And ta-da! Your mind map for the food satay is ready. Ta-da! Didn't I tell you your mind map is now ready? Here it is. Now, as you can see, the word satay, which is in the middle of your paper, is the main idea. And all this that surrounds it are the specific details that explain the word satay. Can you see? This is the main idea and these are the specific details. Okay, children? Now you may have a rough idea about what a main idea is and what specific details are. Are you clear? No, you aren't, right? Now let's look at some other examples. Okay, children, just now we had a look at some Malaysian street food. Next, let's look at some street food from around the world. Are you ready? Let's see. First, you have the pao that comes from China. Then you have the vadai that comes from India. Then you have the sticky mango rice that comes from our neighboring country, Thailand. You have crepes. You have the cheeseburger. And finally, you have the souvlaki. Okay, I'm sure you're wondering, can't we get pao and vadai here in Malaysia? Of course you can, kids. That's the beauty of our beautiful country, Malaysia. We are a multiracial country that has all this food, as you can find many different people of various cultures in our country. And we proudly have our own food. That is why you can see pao and the vadai, which is a famous food or which is a street food in China and India in our country, as the Indians and the Chinese brought them in when they came into Malaysia. Now let's read this text about crepes together. Crepes come from France. They are like thin pancakes. French people eat crepes with cheese. They are also sweet crepes with jam or chocolate. As you can see, these are crepes. Alright, this is a popular street food in France. Alright, now that we have read about it, let's find the main idea and specific details about this particular food. As you can see, this is the text about crepes. Now, what is the main idea about this text? Very good. The main idea is crepes. So what should we do? Take that main idea and write it there. Very good. Well done. We have filled in that box. Next, there are 4 specific details in this text. What are they? Let's see. Number 1, come from France. Like thin pancakes. Number 3, eat crepes with cheese. And number 4, sweet crepes with jam or chocolate. Now, what should we do? We should write these specific details into this box here. Let's do that together. The first specific detail is comes from France, like thin pancakes, eat crepes with cheese, and the final one, sweet crepes with jam or chocolate. Now we have completed both these diagrams. Let's see what should we do next. This, as you can see, is the diagram that we completed just now. Now, let's draw a mind map. Remember the steps that we did just now? First, draw a shape in the middle. Then, draw 4 boxes around them with arrows. Why 4, teacher? You may ask. Because this time we have 4 specific details. Okay, kids? Now, let's see. First, we will write the word crepes in the middle. And then we will write the specific details around them like this. Come from France. Like thin pancakes. Eat crepes with cheese. And finally, sweet crepes with jam with jam or chocolate. Now we have got our mind map ready. Ta-da! This is your mind map. As you can see, the main idea is in the middle, followed by the specific details that are around them. And this is the way to draw a mind map of main idea and specific details. Do you understand them better now? Sorry, do you understand the concept of the main idea and specific details better, kids? If you don't, let's have a look at another example. Wow, this food looks extremely yummy. This is called a cheeseburger. Okay, now let's read together. Cheeseburgers come from the US. They are meat with cheese in bread. They are very good. Now I'm hungry, kids. Oh no, this cheeseburger is making me feel extremely hungry. Okay, children, now that we have read the text, let's look at the main idea and specific details in this particular text. As you can see here, the main idea in this text is yes, cheeseburgers. So what should we do? We should take the word cheeseburgers and write it into this main idea box. Like this. Well done. Now, this text actually has two specific details. And what are they? The first one is come from the US. And the second one is meat with cheese in bread. Next, what should we do? Very simple. Write it into this box here, like this. Ta-da! Wow, children! Well done! You have actually got it right. This, now your box is complete. But wait, you haven't drawn the mind map yet. Let's see if we can do it together. As you can see here, these are the boxes that we filled just now. And how do we draw a mind map? Very simple. First, draw a shape in the middle and draw shapes around it based on the number of specific details that you have. As you can see here, we have two specific details, so two boxes have been drawn. Now let's complete them together. The main idea goes in the middle and the specific details around them. The first one come from the US and the second one meat with cheese. And again, you have done it. Your mind your mind map is now complete. Wow, kids, this is the completed version of your cheeseburgers mind map. Well done, kids. And as you can see here, the word cheeseburger is in the middle, followed by the specific details that are around it. Thus, remember, the main idea is always written in the middle and the specific details would be around it. Okay, kids? And what is a specific detail? A specific detail gives you more information about the main idea. In this case, this specific detail gives you main sorry more gives you more ideas about the main idea, which is the word cheeseburger. Now, children, that we have seen several examples together, I want you to try out one all by yourself. Do you think that's possible? Well, kids, nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. So, I want you to try it out. Are you ready? Get your pencils and your piece of paper ready. Let's do it. Alright, on my count. One, two, three. First, let's read the text together as we always do. This is a picture of a souvlaki. Now let's read it together. Souvlaki comes from Greece. It's meat with vegetables in pita bread. Sometimes there's yogurt in it and chips too. Now, souvlaki is actually something like a wrap. You know the wrap that you get from KFC? It's something like that, but it's a food in Greece, a street food from Greece, and you call it souvlaki. Now, are you ready, kids, to look for the main idea and the specific details in this particular food? If you are, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay? Get your pencils ready, kids, and your paper as well. Okay, kids, now this is the text that we just read. I want you to complete both these boxes. First, with the main idea and specific, then with the specific details. As you can see here, there are two specific details in this text. Try and figure it out and do it yourselves. Complete it on that piece of paper that you have with you. I will give you a few minutes to do it. Are you ready? I'll give you about 2 to 3 minutes. Can you do it? I'm sure you can. Okay, kids, good luck. One, two, three, start. Okay, children, you may stop now. You can actually continue drawing and filling in the blanks later. Alright, now let's check on your answers. Okay, children, do you have all of the answers like this? Remember, the main idea is, yes, the main idea is souvlaki. This is the main idea. So you write the word souvlaki in this box. Did all of you get it right? Well done. Give yourselves a clap. Next, the two specific details are meat with vegetables, comes from Greece, meat with vegetables in pita bread, and there's yogurt in it and chips too. There are actually three supporting details, but if you want to write two or three, it's up to you. Teacher actually wanted to see if you are paying attention or not, and you are. Well done. There are actually three specific details, not two, but three. Tada! Didn't I tell you there were three specific details? As you can see here, there are three boxes and one in the middle. What's the middle one for and what are the three for? You may be wondering, right? Okay, don't worry. I want you to complete this mind map by yourself. Draw it again on that piece of paper that you have. Once you have completed, we will check the answers together. Are you ready, children? Are you ready? Alright, if you are, you may start completing your mind map now. Do you have this mind map with you? This completed version of the mind map? I'm sure most of you do. The main idea, which is Suvalaki, is in the middle, followed by the supporting or specific details. We have comes from Greece, there's yogurt in it and chips, and finally meat with vegetables in pita bread. Do you have this mind map with you? Well done, kids. If you do, you have actually completed the mind map about the word and the food Suvalaki. Keep up the good work, kids. Remember, the main idea is what the text is mainly about, and specific details give you more ideas about the main idea. Are you clear, kids? Okay, now let's see what we have next. Before we go, let's see what a main idea is again and what specific details are. The main idea is the main and most important thing in the text. It gives you and tells you what the text is all about. Specific details, on the other hand, again, gives you more information about the main idea and it gives you more ideas about the main idea itself. Remember, children, main idea is the most important thing and specific details gives you more information about the main idea. I hope and pray you now understand what main idea and specific details are. Okay, children? Before we go, let's see if we have covered all the objectives for today. The first one is to name some street food in Malaysia and around the world. Yes, we have done that. Next, read and understand the text about street food. We did that too. Tick. Next, state the main idea in the text read by completing mind maps. You did that too, kids. Remember? We completed several mind maps. So that's done. Check. And finally, state specific details in the text read by completing mind maps. That was also done. So that's also a check. Wow, children, we have covered all the objectives planned for today. Well done, children. Give yourselves a clap. Okay, children, till we meet again in our next lesson. Goodbye. Remember to stay home and stay safe. Thank you, children. I really look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.